Hank Aaron.
Henry Louis Hank Aaron, nicknamed Hammer, or Hammerin Hank, is a retired American professional baseball player. He was a Major League Baseball right fielder from 1954 through 1976. Aaron spent 21 seasons with the Milwaukee and Atlanta Braves in the National League before playing for the Milwaukee Brewers of the American League for the final 2 years of his career. In 1999, the Sporting News ranked Aaron 5th on their 100 Greatest Baseball Players list. He held the MLB record for career home runs for 33 years, and he still holds several MLB offensive records. He hit 24 or more home runs every year from 1955 through 1973, and is the only player to hit 30 or more home runs in a season at least 15 times. Aaron was born in Mobile, Alabama, and grew up in the area. He had 7 siblings, including Tommy Aaron, who later played with Hank in MLB. He briefly appeared in the Negro American League and in minor league baseball before starting his major league career. Aaron played late to Negro League history. By his final MLB season, he was the last Negro League baseball player on a major league roster. Aaron holds the record for the most seasons as an All-Star, 21, and for the most All-Star Games selections, 25. He was an All-Star from 1955 through 1975. MLB had 2 All-Star Games a year from 1959 to 1962. He is tied with Stan Musial and Willie Mays for the most All-Star Games played, 24. He was named to the National League All-Star roster 20 times and the American League All-Star roster 1 time. He also won 3 NL Gold Glove Awards. In 1957, he won the NL Most Valuable Player, MVP, award when the Milwaukee Braves won the World Series. He holds MLB records for the most career runs batted in, RBI, 2,297, extra base hits, 1,477, and total bases, 6,856. Aaron is also in the top 5 for career hits, 3,771, and runs, 2,174. He is one of only 4 players to have at least 17 seasons with 150 or more hits. He also is in second place in home runs, 755, and at-bats, 12,364, and in third place in games played, 3,298. At the time of his retirement, Aaron held most of the game's key career power hitting records. Since his retirement, Aaron has held front office roles with the Atlanta Braves. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1982. In 1999, MLB introduced the Hank Aaron Award to recognize the top offensive players in each league. He won the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2002. When Barry Bonds broke Aaron's career home run record in 2007, a surprise congratulatory message from Aaron appeared on the Jumbotron at AT&T Park. He was named a 2010 Georgia trustee by the Georgia Historical Society in recognition of accomplishments that reflect the ideals of Georgia's founders. Aaron resides near Atlanta, Georgia.
Early life.
Hank Aaron was born in Mobile, Alabama, to Herbert Aaron, Sr. and Estella Pritchett Aaron. He had 7 siblings. Tommy Aaron, one of his brothers, also went on to play Major League Baseball. By the time Aaron retired, he and his brother held the record for most career home runs by a pair of siblings, 768. They were also the first siblings to appear in a league championship series as teammates. While he was born in a section of Mobile referred to as Down the Bay, he spent most of his youth in Minville. Aaron grew up in a poor family, picking cotton on a farm, and to this day it is said that strengthened his hands so he could hit more home runs. His family couldn't afford baseball equipment, so he practiced by hitting bottle caps with sticks. He would create his own bats and balls out of materials he found on the streets. Aaron attended Central High School as a freshman and a sophomore, where he played outfield and third base on the baseball team and helped lead his team to the Mobile Negro High School Championship both years. Although he batted cross-handed, that is, as a right-handed hitter, with his left hand above his right, Aaron established himself as a power hitter. As a result, in 1949, at the age of 15, Aaron hit his first tryout with an MLB franchise, the Brooklyn Dodgers. However, he did not make the team. After this, Aaron returned to school to finish his secondary education, attending the Josephine Allen Institute, a private high school in Alabama. During his junior year, Aaron first joined the Pritchett Athletics, followed by the Mobile Black Bears, an independent Negro League team. While on the Bears, Aaron earned $3 per game, $91 today, which was $1 more than he got while on the Athletics. Aaron's minor league career began on November 20, 1951, when baseball scout Ed Scott signed Aaron to a contract on behalf of the Indianapolis Clowns of the Negro American League.
Negro League and minor league career.
He started play as a 6 feet, 180 centimeters, 180 pounds, 82 kilograms, shortstop. As a result of his standout play with the Indianapolis Clowns, Aaron received 2 offers from MLB teams via telegram. One offer was from the New York Giants, the other from the then Boston Braves. Years later, Aaron remembered. The House Sports Bureau credits Aaron with a .366 batting average in 26 official Negro League games, with 5 home runs, 33 runs batted in, RBI, 41 hits, and 9 stolen bases. The Braves purchased Aaron from the Clowns for $10,000. On June 14, 1952, Aaron signed with Braves scout Dewey Griggs. During this time, he picked up the nickname Pork Chops because it was the only thing I knew to order off the menu. A teammate later said, "The man ate pork chops 3 meals a day, 2 for breakfast." The Braves assigned Aaron to the Eau Claire Bears, the Braves' Northern League Class C farm team. The 1952 season proved to be very beneficial for Aaron. Playing in the infield, Aaron continued to develop as a ballplayer and made the Northern League's All-Star team. He broke his habit of hitting cross-handed and adopted the standard hitting technique. By the end of the season, he had performed so well that the league made him the unanimous choice for Rookie of the Year. Although he appeared in just 87 games, he scored 89 runs, had 116 hits, 9 home runs, and 61 RBI. In addition, Aaron hit for a .336 batting average. During Hank's minor league experience, he was very homesick and faced constant racism, but his brother, Herbert Jr., told him not to give up the opportunity. In 1953, the Braves promoted him to the Jacksonville Braves, their Class A affiliate in the South Atlantic League. Helped by Aaron's performance, the Braves won the league championship that year. Aaron led the league in runs, 115, hits, 208, doubles, 36, RBI, 125, total bases, 338, and batting average, .362. He won the league's Most Valuable Player award and had such a dominant year that one sports writer was prompted to say, "Henry Aaron led the league in everything except hotel accommodations." Aaron's time with the Braves did not come without problems. He was one of the first few African Americans to play in the league. The 1950s were a period of racial segregation in parts of the United States, especially the southeastern portion of the country. When Aaron traveled around Jacksonville, Florida, and the surrounding areas, he was often separated from his team because of Jim Crow laws. In most circumstances, the team was responsible for arranging housing and meals for its players, but Aaron often had to make his own arrangements. The Braves manager, Ben Garrity, tried his best to help Aaron on and off the field. Former Braves minor league player and sports writer Pat Jordan said, "Aaron gave much of the credit for his own swift rise to stardom." 1953 also proved notable to Aaron off the field, as he met his future wife, Barbara Lucas. The night they met, Lucas decided to attend the Braves game. Aaron singled, doubled, and hit a home run in the game. On October 6, Aaron and Lucas married. Before being promoted to the majors, Aaron spent the winter of 1953 playing in Puerto Rico. Mickey Owen, the team's manager, helped Aaron with his batting stance. After working with Owen, Aaron was better able to hit the ball effectively all over the field, whereas previously, Aaron was only able to hit the ball to left or center field. During his stay in Puerto Rico, the Braves requested that Aaron start playing in the outfield. This was the first time Aaron had played any position other than shortstop or second base with the Braves.
Major League Baseball career.
On March 13, 1954, Milwaukee Braves left fielder Bobby Thompson fractured his ankle while sliding into second base during a spring training game. The next day, Aaron made his first spring training start for the Braves Major League team, playing in left field and hitting a home run. This led Hank Aaron to a Major League contract, signed on the final day of spring training, and a Braves uniform with the number 5. On April 13, Aaron made his Major League debut and was hitless in 5 at-bats against the Cincinnati Reds left-hander Joe Nuxhall. In the same game, Eddie Matthews hit 2 home runs, the first of a record 863 home runs the pair would hit as teammates. On April 15, Aaron collected his first Major League hit, a double off Cardinals pitcher Vic Roy. Aaron hit his first Major League home run on April 23, also off Roy. Over the next 122 games, Aaron batted .280 with 13 homers before he suffered a fractured ankle on September 5. He then changed his number to 44, which would turn out to look like a lucky number for the slugger. Aaron would hit 44 home runs in 4 different seasons, and he hit his record-breaking 715th career home run off Dodgers pitcher Al Downing, who coincidentally also wore number 44. At this point, Aaron was known to family and friends primarily as Henry. Braves public relations director Don Davidson, observing Aaron's quiet, reserved nature, began referring to him publicly as Hank in order to suggest more accessibility. The nickname quickly gained currency, but Henry continued to be cited frequently in the media, both sometimes appearing in the same article, and Aaron would answer to either one. During his rookie year, his other well-known nicknames, Hammerin Hank, by teammates, and Bad Henry, by opposing pitchers, are reported to have arisen.
Prime of his career.
In 1955, Aaron was named to the NL All-Star roster for the first time. It was the first of a record 21 All-Star selections and first of a record 25 All-Star game appearances. He finished the season with a .314 average, 27 home runs and 106 RBI. Aaron hit .328 in 1956 and captured first of 2 NL batting titles. He was also named the Sporting News NL Player of the Year. In 1957, Aaron won his only NL MVP award. He batted .322 and led the league in home runs and runs batted in. On September 23, 1957, Aaron hit a 2-run game-ending home run in Milwaukee, clinching the pennant for the Braves and being carried off the field by his teammates. Milwaukee went on to win the World Series against the New York Yankees. Aaron did his part by hitting .393 with 3 homers and 7 RBI. In 1958, Aaron hit .326, with 30 home runs and 95 RBIs. He led the Braves to another pennant, but this time they lost a 7-game World Series to the Yankees. Aaron finished third in the MVP race and he received his first Gold Glove award. During the next several years, Aaron had some of his best games and best seasons as a Major League player. On June 21, 1959, against the San Francisco Giants, he hit 3 2-run home runs. It was the only time in his career that he hit 3 home runs in a game. Aaron nearly won the Triple Crown in 1963. He led the league with 44 home runs and 130 RBI and finished third in batting average. In that season, Aaron became the third player to steal 30 bases and hit 30 home runs in a single season. Despite that, he again finished third in the MVP voting. Aaron was the first player to hit 500 home runs and reach 3,000 hits. The Braves moved from Milwaukee to Atlanta after the 1965 season.
Home run milestones and 3,000th hit.
During his days in Atlanta, Aaron reached a number of milestones. He was only the 8th player ever to hit 500 career home runs, with his 500th coming against Mike McCormick of the San Francisco Giants on July 14, 1968, exactly 1 year after former teammate Eddie Matthews had hit his 500th. He was, at the time, the second youngest player to reach that plateau. On July 31, 1969, Aaron hit his 537th home run, passing Mickey Mantle. This moved him into third place on the career home run list, after Willie Mays and Babe Ruth. At the end of the season, Aaron again finished third in the MVP voting. The 1970 season saw Aaron reach 2 more career milestones. On May 17, Aaron collected his 3,000th hit, in a game against the Cincinnati Reds, the team against which he played his first game. Aaron established the record for most seasons with 30 or more home runs in the National League. On April 27, 1971, Aaron hit his 600th career home run, the third player ever to do so. On July 31, Aaron hit a home run in the All-Star Game, played at Detroit's Tiger Stadium, for the first time. He hit his 40th home run of the season against the Giants' Jerry Johnson on August 10, which established a National League record for most seasons with 40 or more home runs, 7. At age 37, he hit a career-high 47 home runs during the season, along with a career-high 669 slugging percentage, and finished third in MVP voting for the 6th time. During the strike-shortened season of 1972, Aaron tied and then surpassed Willie Mays for second place on the career home run list. Aaron also knocked in the 2,000th run of his career and hit a home run in the first All-Star Game played in Atlanta. As the year came to a close, Aaron broke Stan Musial's Major League record for total bases, 6,134. He finished the season with 673 home runs.
Breaking Ruth's record.
Aaron himself downplayed the chase to surpass Babe Ruth, while baseball enthusiasts and the national media grew increasingly excited as he closed in on the 714 career home runs record. Aaron received thousands of letters every week during the summer of 1973. The Braves ended up hiring a secretary to help him sort through it. Aaron, then age 39, hit 40 home runs in 392 at-bats, ending the 1973 season 1 home run short of the record. He hit home run number 713 on September 29, 1973, and with 1 day remaining in the season, many expected him to tie the record. But in his final game that year, playing against the Houston Astros, managed by Leo DeRocca, who had once roomed with Babe Ruth, he was unable to achieve this. After the game, Aaron stated that his only fear was that he might not live to see the 1974 season. He was the recipient of death threats during the 1973 winter season and a large assortment of hate mail from people who did not want to see Aaron break Ruth's nearly sacrosanct home run record. The threats extended to those providing positive press coverage of Aaron. Louis Grizzard, then sports editor of the Atlanta Journal, reported receiving numerous phone calls calling journalists nigger lovers for covering Aaron's chase. While preparing the massive coverage of the home run record, he quietly had an obituary written, afraid that Aaron might be murdered. Sports Illustrated pointedly summarized the racist vitriol that Aaron was forced to endure. Aaron received an outpouring of public support in response to the bigotry. Newspaper cartoonist Charles Schulz created a series of peanut strips printed in August 1973 in which Snoopy attempts to break the Ruth record, only to be besieged with hate mail. Lucy says in the August 11 strip, "Hank Aaron is a great player. But you. If you break Babe Ruth's record, it'll be a disgrace." Coincidentally, Snoopy was only 1 home run short of tying the record, and finished the season as such when Charlie Brown got picked off during Snoopy's last at-bat, and as it turned out, Aaron finished the 1973 season 1 home run short of Ruth. Babe Ruth's widow, Claire Hodgson, even denounced the racism and declared that her husband would have enthusiastically cheered Aaron's attempt at the record. As the 1974 season began, Aaron's pursuit of the record caused a small controversy. The Braves opened the season on the road in Cincinnati with a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. Braves management wanted him to break the record in Atlanta, and were therefore going to have Aaron sit out the first 3 games of the season. But Baseball Commissioner Boy Coon ruled that he had to play 2 games in the first series. He played 2 out of 3, tying Babe Ruth's record in his very first at-bat, on his first swing of the season, off Reds pitcher Jack Billingham, but did not hit another home run in the series. The Braves returned to Atlanta, and on April 8, 1974, a crowd of 53,775 people showed up for the game, a Braves attendance record. The game was also broadcast nationally on NBC. In the 4th inning, Aaron hit home run number 715 off Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Al Downing. Although Dodgers outfielder Bill Buckner nearly went over the outfield wall trying to catch it, the ball landed in the Braves bullpen, where relief pitcher Tom House caught it. While cannons were fired in celebration, 2 white college students sprinted onto the field and jogged alongside Aaron for part of his circuit around the bases, temporarily startling him. One was a very youthful Craig Sager who actually interviewed Aaron between third and home for a television station, WXLT, now WWSB Channel 40, in Sarasota. As the fans cheered wildly, Aaron's parents ran onto the field as well. Dodgers broadcaster Van Scully addressed the racial tension, or apparent lack thereof, in his call of the home run. On October 5, 1974, Aaron hit his 733rd and final home run as a Braves player. 30 days later, after Aaron decided not to retire, the Braves traded him to the Milwaukee Brewers for Roger Alexander and Dave May. On May 1, 1975, Aaron broke baseball's all-time RBI record, previously held by Ruth with 2,213. That year, he also played in his last and 24th All-Star Game, 25th All-Star Game appearance. He lined up to Dave Concepcion as a pinch hitter in the 2nd inning. This All-Star Game, like the first one he played in 1955, was before a home crowd at Milwaukee County Stadium. Hank Aaron hit his 755th and final home run on July 20, 1976, at Milwaukee County Stadium off Dick Drago of the California Angels, which stood as the Major League career home run record until it was broken in 2007 by Barry Bonds. Over the course of his brilliant 23-year career playing Major League Baseball, Hank Aaron had a batting average of .305 with 163 hits a season, while hitting an average of just over 32 home runs a year and knocking home 99 runs batted in, RBIs, a year.
Post-playing career.
After the 1976 season, he rejoined the Braves as an executive. On August 1, 1982, Hank Aaron was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, having received votes on 97.8% of the ballots, second only to T.Y. Cobb, who had received votes on 98.2% of the ballot in the inaugural 1936 Hall of Fame election. Aaron was then named the Braves Vice President and Director of Player Development. This made him one of the first minorities in Major League Baseball upper-level management. Since December 1980, he has served as Senior Vice President and Assistant to the Braves President. He is the Corporate Vice President of Community Relations for TBS, a member of the company's Board of Directors and the Vice President of Business Development for the Airport Network. On January 21, 2007, Major League Baseball announced the sale of the Atlanta Braves. In that announcement, Baseball Commissioner Bud Selig also announced that Aaron would be playing a major role in the management of Braves, forming programs through Major League Baseball that will encourage the influx of minorities into baseball. His autobiography, I Had a Hammer, was published in 1990. The book's title is a play on his nickname, The Hammer, or Hammerin Hank, and the title of the folk song If I Had a Hammer. Aaron now owns Hank Aaron BMW of South Atlanta in Union City, Georgia, where he gives an autographed baseball with every car sold. Aaron also owns Mini, Land Rover, Toyota, Hyundai and Honda dealerships throughout Georgia, as part of the Hank Aaron Automotive Group. Aaron sold all but the Toyota dealership in Magdalene in 2007. During the 2006 season, San Francisco Giants slugger Barry Bonds passed Babe Ruth and moved into second place on the all-time home run list, attracting growing media coverage as he drew closer to Aaron's record. Playing off the intense interest in their perceived rivalry, Aaron and Bonds made a television commercial that aired during Super Bowl XLI, shortly before the start of the 2007 baseball season, in which Aaron jokingly tried to persuade Bonds to retire before breaking the record. As Bonds began to close in on the record during the 2007 season, Aaron let it be known that, although he recognized Bonds' achievements, he would not be present when Bonds broke the record. There was considerable speculation that this was a snubbing of Bonds based on the widespread belief that Bonds had used performance-enhancing drugs and steroids to aid his achievement. However, some observers looked back on Aaron's personal history, pointing out that he had downplayed his own breaking of Babe Ruth's all-time record and suggesting that Aaron was simply treating Bonds in a similar fashion. In a later interview with Atlanta sportscasting personality Chris Dimino, Aaron made it clear that his reluctance to attend any celebration of a new home run record was based upon his personal conviction that baseball is not about breaking records, but simply playing to the best of one's potential. After Bonds hit his record-breaking 756th home run on August 7, 2007, Aaron made a surprise appearance on the Jumbotron video screen at AT&T Park in San Francisco to congratulate Bonds on his accomplishment. Aaron lives in the Atlanta area. In July 2013, media reported that his home was burglarized. Jewelry and 2 BMW vehicles were stolen. The cars were later recovered.
Awards and honors.
Aaron was awarded the Spingarn Medal in 1976, from the NAACP. In 1982, Aaron was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame during his first year of eligibility. In 1988, Aaron was inducted into the Wisconsin Athletic Hall of Fame for his time spent on the Milwaukee Braves. In 1999, MLB created the Hank Aaron Award, to commemorate the 25th anniversary of Aaron's surpassing of Babe Ruth's career home run mark of 714 home runs and to honor Aaron's contributions to baseball. The award is given annually to the baseball hitters voted the most effective in each respective league. That same year, baseball fans named Aaron to the Major League Baseball All-Century team. In 2002, scholar Malifi Keet Asanti listed Hank Aaron on his list of 100 greatest African Americans. When the city of Atlanta was converting the 1996 Olympic Stadium into a new baseball stadium, many local residents hoped the stadium would be named for Hank Aaron. When the stadium was instead named Turner Field, after Atlanta Braves owner Ted Turner, a section of Capitol Avenue running past the stadium was renamed Hank Aaron Drive. The stadium's street number is 755, after Aaron's total number of home runs. In April 1997, a new baseball facility for the AA Mobile Bay Bears constructed in Aaron's hometown of Mobile, Alabama was named Hank Aaron's Stadium. On February 5, 1999, at his 65th birthday celebration, Major League Baseball announced the introduction of the Hank Aaron Award. The award honors the best overall offensive performer in the American and National League. It was the first major award to be introduced in more than 30 years and had the distinction of being the first award named after a player who was still alive. Later that year, he ranked fifth on the Sporting News list of the 100 greatest baseball players, and was elected to the Major League Baseball All-Century team. In July 2000 and again in July 2002, Aaron threw out the ceremonial first pitch at the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, played at Turner Field and Miller Park, respectively. On January 8, 2001, Hank Aaron was presented with a Presidential Citizens Medal by President Bill Clinton. He received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, from President George W. Bush in June 2002. In 2006, a recreational trail in Milwaukee connecting Miller Park with Lake Michigan along the Menominee River was dedicated as the Hank Aaron State Trail. Hank Aaron was on hand for the dedication along with Wisconsin Governor Jim Doyle, who at the ceremony described himself as a boyhood fan of Aaron's. Aaron is on the board of selectors of Jefferson Awards for Public Service. Aaron dedicated the new exhibit Hank Aaron Chasing the Dream at the Baseball Hall of Fame on April 25, 2009. Statues of Aaron stand outside the front entrance of both Turner Field and Miller Park. There is also a statue of him as an 18-year-old shortstop outside Carson Park in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, where he played his first season in the Braves minor league system. He was named a 2010 Georgia trustee by the Georgia Historical Society, in conjunction with the Governor of Georgia, to recognize accomplishments in community service that reflect the ideals of the founding body of trustees, which governed the Georgia colony from 1732 to 1750.